good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've never been here before.
Welcome to our humble little show.
Holding up cards saying applause?
Yeah, we have a card that goes, ow! People read it. No, thanks very much for coming.
Thank you.
When was the first Scream? Didn't seem like that was that long ago, even. Was it
No,
a year ago, 2 years ago?
It felt like 4 minutes ago. It was a year ago, exactly, right now.
And they're making this new one, which they promise is much scarier than the first one. Is that right?
Yes. Sequels always have to be scarier, and there has to be a larger body count. There has to be, there's like a certain things that you have to do for a sequel.
More death this time around.
A lot more death.
Yeah, just in time for the holidays.
Yeah.
Now, they use the same convention, I guess, in this movie that they had in the first one, which is the killer is calling on a cellular phone. Is that right?
Yes, he does like to communicate through a cellular phone.
Yeah, he's familiar with all the latest technology.
Yes.
Does he? I'm curious. Who's the guy who does that voice in the movie in Scream 2? Who's the guy who's the killer's voice?
Well, it's interesting because Wes Craven, our director, wouldn't tell us who the voice was. I mean, where the voice was coming from, and he actually I've talked so much this week, I honestly can't talk anymore. That's how bad it is.
Let's stop the show right here, then. Good night, everybody.
Wow, lucky us.
Wouldn't that be great? Anyway, he wouldn't let us see who the killer, the voice was, because he didn't want to demystify it or anything. So we were doing this one scene where it was David Arquette and Jamie Kennedy and myself, and we were talking, and the killer's voice comes on the cellular phone. And between takes, you get like the real urge to talk to the guy.
Like, who is this guy? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd pick up the phone and just say, "What are you wearing?" And he'd be like, "Die, bitch." And I'd be, "All right, buddy."
What?
He's really...
He would stay in character?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that's horrible.
Yeah. So, he's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I would think so. Now, you had some, I guess, some spare time in the movie. I heard that you got a tattoo on the movie set or while you were shooting the film.
I did. I got a tattoo in Atlanta. Well, it starts to rain for a couple of days, and...
No. Start to rain for a couple of days, you play Boggle. That's what you do.
It's crazy.
I have a different thought process than you. It's raining. Tattoo. That's what it's time for. Where did you get the tattoo?
I got next to my belly button.
Oh.
It's a little...
She just said belly button. I mean, that's the thing.
That's when the umbilical hooks up.
Yeah. It's like, I apologize on behalf of America, but you know how hormones and kids. But what is the tattoo of?
It's of a Gemini signal.
Oh.
It's white. It's a little white tattoo. I've actually have two other ones.
What's a white tattoo?
It's white. It's white ink.
What do you mean? I've never heard of that. There's such thing as a white tattoo?
You have to have a little color in you, otherwise you won't see, because it really is
So
just
I could
white.
literally be covered with white tattoos. I could have like a whole Kiss mask, Gene Simmons thing, in white, and you only see it if there's a purple light bulb hanging in the room. Wow, Conan's cool. Light bulb's off. No, he's not. He's that lovable nerd again. I never heard of a white tattoo.
Yeah, it's white ink. They put it, and it's good because then you can cover it up easily if you have to. And
You have other tattoos then? You have?
Yes, but that's the kind of the strange part about it is I have two other ones that I've had removed because I'm the kind of person that will do something on a whim and think, why did I do that?
Yeah.
And then I'll have it removed. And I actually, my first tattoo cost me about $30 to put on. And it's so expensive to have them lasered off.
How do they do it? Oh, they
stupid.
laser it off?
Yeah.
That's insane. That would hurt so much.
I know, but this one I will keep forever because it's small and...
Who gets the tattoo when you're done with it? I mean, no, seriously. They sell like celebrities' clothes now that are used.
So like my scabs and stuff, I think the doctor puts them in a little
Courteney
envelope.
Cox's tattoo. Cool. Bang. But they took it off with a laser?
Yeah.
That'd be, I would do it.
It hurts, really. It hurts. It's
so
stupid.
maybe all white tattoos from now on.
Or don't get them at all.
Good message for the kids.
Yeah.
If it's raining, play Boggle. I think that's the message for kids. Something we should probably discuss. You and I were linked romantically in the tabloids.
Yes, I remember.
Which was probably not great news for you. It was great for me. But let's first of all put this thing up so people know we're not kidding. This came out, I don't know, a couple of months ago. You actually flipped for Conan O'Brien. That's my favorite. You can put it down now. That's all right. That's hanging on my wall, by the way. But How much
did you get for that?
How much did I get for it? No, come on. I was shocked by this thing, first of all, because of the implausibility of the whole thing. It said you flipped for my red hair and freckles.
First of all, you don't have red hair.
No, it's got like a slight reddish tint, but it's really not that red.
No.
And second of all, I don't see you like flipping for, he's got red hair and freckles. I'll break up with Carrot Top and go out with him, you know? It didn't seem like that plausible. But I'm curious, this happens, you have to understand, this happens to you.
I can't believe that. That's not even nice to yourself.
What? I'm self-deprecating wit. I've built a whole empire on it. Yeah,
I won't
trust
stop
me.
you now.
Yeah, there's a narrow shell of self-deprecating humor, and then inside that there's just like 55 pounds of pure ego. That's right.
Okay, I won't blow your whole thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
please. I've worked this whole thing out. Mwah. Now, but like this, you're romantically linked to people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This was a big deal for me because this is a true story, the only tabloid story that I had before this one was a little blip in the Globe that said, Conan O'Brien doesn't wash his hands after he uses the bathroom. I'm serious. So I went.
There was also the you have high cholesterol.
Oh, there was, yeah.
That other shocking tidbit.
It just shows you like how important I am to the tabloids. But what was funny is that this thing, I went from that to you have completely flipped over me, and you and I are at some cafe munching on veggie burgers, deeply in love. And I just wanted to thank you. I don't know what happened, but it just, I got a couple of people from high school calling me up saying, like, is this true, you and Courteney Cox? And I was, nah, it's not really true. Wink. But do you get used to that? I mean, this stuff happens to you all the time.
Yeah, I don't even.
You don't even read them.
No, that one I read and I thought it was very funny.
Wait a minute, that one was so comically ridiculous you had to read it?
That one I put on my refrigerator. No.
Oh, no, stop, please.
He likes this.
Yeah, please,
No,
please.
I
This
read
is
it
two
because-
people that are very attracted to each other goofing around. Now, what?
Because we have a mutual friend.
Exactly. Now,
That's why it was extra.
yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it. You'll see. You're writing a book, I understand? Or you're thinking about writing a book?
I should write a book.
You should write a book.
Yeah, I want to write a book that's called What Pisses Me Off by Courteney Cox.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this a... Well...
Just like tidbits. Don't you ever like, aren't there 1,000 things that you just, everybody can relate to that you just piss you off?
Well, not 1,000, but yeah. There are things, yeah, that irritate all of us. What kind of things are you talking about?
Okay, like, I would like have sections in my book that would be, you know, maybe like men or this or well, there'll be certain sections, but like numbers, for instance. I won't stick on that because you're going to like boot me again, and I want to have to go.
No. This show has become a lot like American Gladiators. Don't ask me why. But what do you mean? Like, what about men irritates you?
Not men. Let me do my numbers thing because
Okay.
I don't think it would be safe to do the other one. Okay, like numbers. For instance, have you ever gotten someone would leave a message on your machine or whatever, and numbers go in rhythms. So if your number is 310-471-28.
Right.
You can remember that.
Right.
But if on your machine they say, and this happens sometimes, they'll go, okay, please call that back at 3-417-242-3. It's like, how can you remember that?
Like they run them all together? That's what your complaint
no,
is?
Have a whole other rhythm to it. That's never
This is going to be a thick book, isn't it? I mean,
It's going to be a thick book.
no, if that, I'm just thinking. If the rhythm in which people recite a phone number irritates you, I would hate to cut you off in traffic. I would just...
Yeah, you would.
What would you do?
I'd keep my windows up, because I'm obviously not big enough to do anything about it, but I scream very loud.
You scream?
I get very frustrated in traffic.
Would you ram my car if I cut you off?
No, because that would just be stupid on my end, yeah.
Right. So you would just scream at me?
Yeah, I lose my temper when I'm driving.
Right, okay.
I've
Let's
learned
talk... What?
I mean, I've learned to control it somewhat. Because
You have a bad temper.
Yeah.
You have an Irish temper.
Yeah, do you?
I have a really bad temper, which people don't know.
Do you forget things, though, afterwards, or do you move on?
Do you mean, do I black out and commit murder? Yeah, I get really mad, you're all gonna... And then I black out and I wake up and there's blood on my hands. And they say, no, it's terrible.
That's exactly what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. Good.
No, you do get, but no, you get mad, and people don't know that, I guess, when you see your persona. I get, there's certain things that bother me, like I want the show to be right and stuff like that. So, you know, I can have a little bit of a temper there. Very true.
No, yeah.
Let's talk about your, this intrigued me, because you're so busy, you're making movies, you're doing Friends, you must have a really busy schedule, and then on top of it all, you write for a magazine, which I didn't know.
I have a little helpful hints column in a magazine. How to control your temper. It's just a little, it's in Jane magazine. Jane Pratt's a friend of mine, and it's a great magazine. And in the back of it, I have a little column that I like, well, you know, how to do certain things. Like, they could be stupid things from how to get wax off of a table you know, when candles drip.
Right.
I was just thinking of one actually the other day for women. If you're shiny, like your face is,
if you're shiny.
Yeah, women understand.
You mean like if
that.
you have like an oily skin? Is that what you mean?
Or, you know, let's say you need powder, because I know you might get powder later on this evening. Some point.
Yes, yeah, I don't know. Yes.
Dude, come on, when your face is a little shiny.
No, wait a minute. No, I mean, you do things for TV, but it's not like I'm in a restaurant or something.
Well, maybe not for you. That's why I said it's for girls. Although this would be a helpful hit to you too.
Although,
For
yeah,
men.
okay, I do that.
I
Yeah.
mean, men. Okay, forget. I said it was for girls.
Okay.
Like, you know those toilet seat things that you sit on top of when you pull down the paper?
Oh no, we're gonna get this. I know what a toilet seat is. Yeah, I got that. What toilet seat things? Oh, the paper you pull off, the ring,
yes.
the sanitary ring that
Right.
covers the toilet seat.
That paper is perfect for dabbing your face, not after you sit on it, okay? I know someone's gonna say something. This is a tough show, man. No wonder David Arquette has to like pull chickens out and stuff.
We don't make him do that. Believe me, he comes up with that. But anyway, that paper is useful for getting...
Yes, for like touching your face and it will absorb the oil.
How did someone find that out? That's what I'm curious
Also,
about.
right before I came out here, my hair was like piecing and there wasn't any water, so I put my hand and I realized that Coke is perfect, like hairspray. I did it right before I came out.
So you're
Put
like
some Coke on my
sort of
hair.
a weird MacGyver kind of thing.
Exactly. I'm like the...
You're backstage, you're like pouring a little Coke on your hair, and you've got a sanitary toilet seat cover. Ready to go.
This chewing gum should cover up those bags.
That's not a bad idea.
Hey.
That's great.
Does chewing gum work to cover up bags under the eyes?
No, but I can imagine like a little back here.
Oh my God. Well, Scream 2 opens this Friday. I've heard great things about it. And Friends, like we even have to promote this, but we will. Friends every Thursday at 8:00 p.m. right here on NBC. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Continued success.
Thanks.
And come on back sometime.
All right.
All right,
thank
good
you.
to see you. Thank
Good
you,
to see
Courtney.
you.
Courtney Cox, everybody.